Hi everyone, and welcome to our online class today, the logistics management. So, how are you doing? Is everything okay? I wish you all have a good day. Yeah, and now let me start by sharing the screen with you. Yeah, so that we can start the new lesson today. So I hope that everybody can see the topic on your screen. That is the inventory. Now we will learn how to manage the inventory in the warehouse. Yeah, and before I start my lesson, let me show you what materials I have uploaded on the website. Okay, so if you go on to the school Moodle website, you can see that here I already upload all necessary materials for you, including the Cengage Learning textbook, the Logistics Market Leader, and it is the Vietnamese textbook in case that if you have any problem within the English materials, then you can find the Vietnamese material. Yeah. So I hope that you have all necessary materials with you. And if you still have any questions that you want to ask, then you can go to the Q&A section here. Okay, you can click on the question and answer section, and then you add the topic, add your question here, and I will try to reply to it as soon as possible. Yep. Are you clear about that? Okay, so now if there is no question, let me turn back to our topic today. That is the inventory. Okay, so what does it mean by inventory? Well, it is a term to tell us that it is an asset on the balance sheet and a variable expense on the income statement. And inventories also have an impact on return on investment for an organization. Obviously, everybody understands the importance of inventory. And now let's talk about the reason why we need to hold inventory. Well, there are three most distinguished reasons that you need to remember. Because of economy of scales, okay, in terms of purchasing activity, transportation advantage, and also manufacturing advantage too. Yeah, and besides that, inventory also helps the business to buffer against uncertainty. Yeah, you can see that in business, nobody can be sure 100% about the supply and demand. Okay, no matter how hard we try to prepare, we can only be sure about 80 or 90%. Yeah, nobody can be sure for 100%. Okay, so that is why we need to hold inventory in the warehouse, okay, to avoid any unnecessary risk. Now, you can see that here we have a full definition of the inventory. Inventory includes materials, components, work in process, and finished goods. Okay, there are four types of materials that can be included in the definition of inventory here. Okay, and all of them are stocked in the company's logistical system. And here we have the term order quantity. So order quantity is the amount order for replenishment. Next, we have the term transit inventory. So it refers to the amount typically in transit between facilities or on order but not yet received. And next, we have the term obsolete inventory. That is the stock that is out of date or is not in recent demand. Okay, it expired, as you know, obsolete. Next, we have the term speculative inventory. Well, it is bought to hedge a currency exchange or to take an advantage of a discount. And finally, we have the safety stock. That is the remainder of inventory in the logistic system. Okay, so I hope that you already remember all of those five new terms. Okay, new vocabularies in our topic today. And next, we have the average inventory. Okay, so what does it mean? So average inventory is the typical amount of stock over time. So you can see that in the time, there are high season and there are also low seasons of demand. Okay, so average will be just the average of them between the max and the mean. So here you can see the average inventory equals the maximum inventory plus the minimum inventory and then divided by 2. And it will be equal to a half of order quantity plus the safety stock and the in-transit stock. Okay, so here you can see that in the chart here, okay, the white blank below will be the safety stock, right? Yeah, and then above that will be the order quantity. Okay, so take a look at this picture and try to understand it. Next, here they say that the smaller replenishment order quantities will result in lower average inventory. Oh, how is that? Yeah, and then the business policy must decide how much inventory to order at a specific time. And the reorder point is the point when a replenishment order is initiated. However, other factors are important too, like the performance cycle uncertainty, purchasing discounts, and transportation economies. Okay, so here you can see that the picture on your left hand and the picture on your right hand, they are both the same. Okay, so on your left hand here, you can see that they order 600 inventories, okay, 600 products, and it will take them about 60 days to sell off all of these 600 products. And when the inventory level reach 0, okay, then you order for the new product, okay? So when the order arrives, okay, then the amount of product in your stock will jump from 0 to 600. And then it will take you another 60 days, okay, to sell off all of those products. However, on your right hand, you can see that now you only order 1/6 of the inventory. So instead of ordering 600 products, now you only order 100 products. Okay, and with only 100 products, then it only takes you 10 days to sell off all of these products. Okay, so after 10 days, the inventory level reached 0. And when the order arrives, it jumped to 100. And then another 10 days, okay, to sell off all of these products. Okay, so basically, they are the same. Okay, just different in the amount of inventory they order and then the amount of days that they can sell off all of these products. And then you can see that the difference here is about also the average inventory. Okay, so on your left hand, when you order 600 products, the average inventory will be high, will be half, okay? Half of 600 will be 300. However, on the right hand, because you only order 100 products, then the average inventory that you hold during the week is not only 50 products. Okay, so you can see that by this guys, okay? In the right hand, you only need a small warehouse, okay, and little inventory. And that can save you a lot of costs, right? It can save you the warehouse costs. It can save you the inventory costs. However, the disadvantage is that with a small warehouse and a small inventory, you cannot buy in bulk, okay? You cannot enjoy the discount from the supplier because usually the supplier gives you the discount if you can buy a lot of products from them. Yeah, so everything has a trade-off, okay? You need to balance stuff. And then next, we will talk about the cost components. Here they say that inventory carrying cost is the expense associated with maintaining inventory. And here we have the cost of capital, okay? The fixed cost that you need to pay at the beginning. And it is specified by senior management. And then we also incur the taxes on inventory held in the warehouse too. And then we also need to pay for the insurance, okay? Yeah, it is based on estimated risk or loss over time and facility characteristics. And then we also have to think about the risk of obsolescence, which result from deterioration of product during storage. For example, the food or the pharmaceutical sell-by date. Okay, you cannot store the food, the flowers, or the pharmacy, the drug too long. All of them have an expiry date. Remember that. And then the storage is a facility aspect related to product holding rather than product handling. Okay, think about all of these costs that you need to pay, okay, when you hold inventory. And then next we will talk about inventory ordering cost components. Here we will have to incur the order preparation cost. Okay, you need to prepare something for your order. You need to talk. You need to make a call. You need to negotiate. Okay, so it will take you time and effort and money to prepare for the order. Okay, and then the transportation cost. Okay, the receipt processing cost, material handling cost, and the total cost is driven by inventory planning decisions, which establish when and how much to order. And we also have a formula for you to remember. Lucky for us, right? Everything can be expressed in terms of the formula. Here, the basic reorder formula if demand and performance are certain, which means that you don't need to have any safety stock. Okay, so in this case, it's very simple. Okay, so the reorder point in units will be equal to the average daily demand in unit times the T. T is the average performance cycle length in days. Remember that everything is measured in unit and days. Yeah, and in the second scenario, if safety stock is needed to accommodate uncertainty, then the formula will be the reorder point is, okay, will be equal to the day, okay, daily demand times the T, average performance cycle length, plus the safety stock. And again, everything is measured in terms of unit and days. Remember that, okay? Be aware of the units, otherwise you will mess up with the formula. Next, yeah, a very important question that you need to bear in mind is that how much should you order? Yeah, you order big or you order small? Okay, everything will have a trade-off. And here we have the term economic order quantity. It is the amount that balances the cost of ordering with the cost of maintaining average inventory. And here we assume demand and costs are relatively stable for the year. And we do not consider impact of joint ordering of multiple products, which means that here we only consider single products, okay, at one time. And as you can see on the chart, okay, on the horizontal axis is the number of orders per year, and on the vertical axis is the total dollars, okay, the amount of money that you need to pay. Okay, and then you can see that here we have the ordering cost, okay, like that go straight up. Okay, can you see that? Which means that the more you order, okay, yeah, how many times you order, then the ordering cost will increase. And then the maintenance cost will go down. Okay, can you see that? Okay, so which means that if the number of orders per year is low, okay, which means that at one time you order a lot of inventory. You need a big warehouse to stock all of these products. Then the maintenance cost will be high. However, if you increase the number of orders per year, okay, in 1 year you order many times, and each time you only order a small number of products. So the average inventory will be low and the maintenance cost will be also low too. Do you understand the logic? Okay, right. So the economic order quantity will be the intersection between these two curves, okay? The most economical number of orders. And here we also have the formula for you. EOQ, economic order quantity. Okay, it will be equal to the square root of the 2 times the cost per order times the annual demand. Oh, remember that now it is the annual demand, not the daily demand, okay? Divided by the annual inventory carrying cost times the unit cost. Okay, take a look at this EOQ. Yeah, try to remember it. Try to take notes, okay, so that you can remember that. Yeah, so far so good. Okay, next we talk about the uncertainty in inventory management. So you can see that the inventory policy must deal with uncertainty. Yeah, the certainty from the demand. When and how much product will our customer order? Yeah, you cannot control your customer, right? You can only try to satisfy them. Okay, so they are very, very uncertain, unstable. Yeah, those hard to please customers. And then the uncertainty also comes from the performance cycle too. Okay, how long will it take to replenish inventory with our customers? Okay, and again, you have to work not only within your company, but also you have to work with your suppliers. And the variance must be considered in both areas to make effective inventory planning decision. Yeah, because the uncertainty can come from your customer or can come from within your company, or it can also come from your supplier. You never know, right? Because in the logistics, yeah, in the supply chain, there are many, many participants, okay? And you cannot control them 100%. There will be always some kind of variation happening, and you need to be prepared for that, okay? And here they say that the planning safety stock requires 3 steps. The first step, you need to determine the likelihood of stock out using the probability distribution. Yeah, and thanks God, we already have finished the statistics course, right? Yeah, that you learn with me or Mr. G. Yeah, I hope that you all pass that course, okay? And then you also need to estimate demand during a stock out period. And finally, you should decide on a policy concerning the desired level of stock out protection. So those are the 3 steps that you need to remember, okay, to help you with your business management. Okay, so here you can see that on your left hand and on your right hand. Okay, it tells you the order quantity, the safety stock, okay, the amount of product, sorry, the amount of days that it takes you to sell off all of these products here. So they say that the number of stock out is reduced from 2 to 1 when order quantity is increased. Okay, so you can see that basically the left picture is also the same as the right picture. Okay, the 2 charts are the same. Yeah, and then you can see that here, the order quantity, okay, in your left hand, although it is low, okay, just half of your right hand. However, it takes less time to sell off all of these products. However, okay, the number of times that the inventory level reach the safety stock level, that is 2 times, okay. However, compared to your right hand, in your right hand, when you order a lot, okay, then the number of times that your inventory level reach the safety stock level is only 1. Okay, so you can see that that is the advantage of holding a lot of stock. Okay, so holding a lot of stock can help you to reduce the number of stock out, and that can also help you to increase the customer service level. Okay, so as I told you before, everything has a trade-off. Okay, if you try to hold just a little amount of inventory, that can save you the inventory cost and the warehouse cost. However, it increases your risk. Okay, think about that. Okay, that's the logic. And then let's talk about the approach to implement inventory management policies. Here we have the 3 approaches. The first one, reactive or pull approach. Respond to customer demand to pull the product through the distribution channel. Second, planning approach or push. Okay, so this one proactively allocate inventory on the basis of forecasted demand and product availability. And finally, the hybrid approach will combine both of them. Okay, it is a combination of push and pull strategy together. I believe that you guys already, yeah, experienced these terms before. Okay, in other course, in other subjects. So you already have some basic idea. Okay, about them. Next, we talk about inventory control using reactive approach. Here, The inventory control defines how often inventory levels are reviewed to determine when and how much to order. Yeah, so which means that you need to go around your warehouse, okay? You need to count, you need to check the amount of your inventory level to make sure that you have sufficient amount of product, okay? Ready to sell to your customer. And here we have two approach, okay, for the inventory level. Okay, the first approach is the perpetual review. Okay, so for this one, you continuously monitor inventory levels to determine inventory replenishment needs. Yeah, which means that you keep counting every day. You keep checking your inventory in the warehouse every day. And second, the periodic review, which monitor the inventory status of an item at regular intervals such as weekly or monthly. Okay, so you can see that the second one will save you time, save you effort. However, to be the most accurate, you need to apply the first one, the perpetual review, because you count it every day. Okay, and again, everything has a trade-off. Okay. And now we also have the reorder point formulas for reactive methods. So if you apply perpetual review method, then the reorder point will be equal to D times T plus SS. Okay, this is the formula that I already introduced to you before in earlier slides. Okay, so reorder point in unit will be equal to, okay, the average daily demand in unit times the average performance cycle length in days, plus the safety or the buffer stock in unit. However, if you choose the periodic review, which means that, okay, you count your inventory every week or every month, I don't know, to save your time and effort. However, yeah, that will increase your risk. Yeah, because maybe you will run out of stock just in the middle of the period. Okay, you start counting on Monday this week. Okay, and then you wait until the Monday of next week. What if you run out of stock on Friday? Okay, because you don't count your stock on Friday. Okay, you wait until Monday. So there can be a risk. Okay, that the customer demand increase and then you run out of your stock at the middle of your period. So in this case, okay, you need to hold more inventory to reduce your risk, to compensate for your laziness. Okay, so the reorder point in this case will be equal to, okay, D times, okay, T plus P divided by T. Remember that P is the review period in days, okay, divided by T, plus the safety stock. Okay, so take a look at these two formulas and see if you have any question. No, so far so good. Right. Okay, so I think that we can stop here, okay, at the reorder point formulas, okay, and try to remember all the things that I already introduced to you on the formula that I introduced to you, because it is not just about your mark, okay, it is not only about your rate, but it is about your ability, okay, to understand. It's about your logical skill. It's about whether you can apply this knowledge into your real work. Okay, later when you graduate, okay, you work for the company or you have a small business to run, whether you can apply all of this knowledge into your work or not. Okay, so that is why I really expect you, okay, to learn, to understand, okay, and apply all of this knowledge into your work, not because of your mark. Okay. Yeah, so let me know if you have any question. And as I told you before, okay, I have the Q&A section here. Okay, so if you have any question, then you just need to put your question there. Okay, and then I also have the scan chapters, which means that I select some of the most important pages in our textbook. Okay, and then I upload here for you to save time so that you don't have to spend hours, okay, days and months to read all of these lengthy textbooks. Okay, I save you a lot of work and effort. And I hope that you appreciate that. Okay, so up to this part, any question, anything that you want to check? Yeah, and according to the scan book that I upload to you, okay, then you can open the folder. Yeah, you open the folder scan book, okay, and inside that there will be the case of the inventory. Okay, so let me open it for you. Wait a minute. Okay, so here, yeah, you can see that they give you a few study questions, okay, together with the case study. So you can try to read and review them. Yeah, here I have the inventory one and even inventory two. Let's see, is there anything interesting? Okay, nice. Okay, so there are a lot of study questions for you to think, okay, to research about the topic today. Yeah. And let's see if I have any exercise here. Okay, yeah, right. I have the case inventory for you so that you can yeah, you can try to work out the solution. Okay, so here can you see on the screen? Okay, on the screen is a case of Trudy. Okay, Trudy has been buying Apple smartphone for Thế giới di động stores, okay, with an optimal plan using the EOQ analysis. Okay, I hope that you still remember the economic order quantity, the thing that we just learned today. However, Apple Distribution Center now offered up a discount of $15 for every unit if they agree to purchase and deliver at the end of each month. And the current data for the problem will be the demand, 2,400 units per year. The order cost, $5 per year. The inventory holding cost, 20% per year. And the price is $700. Okay, so here for question A, they ask you, what is the current EOQ and its total cost, including the product cost? And question B, should Trudy accept Apple's proposed distribution plan? Okay, so please take a look. Yeah, try to work out the answer. Yeah, and let me know, what did you get? What is your answer here? Okay, so I will give you some time to work out the solution. Okay, and then I will correct it for you. Okay, yeah, try to work out the solution and let me know. Okay, so how's it going? Have you worked out the solution yet? So far, so good. Okay, so remember that if you apply the EOQ here, okay, so you apply the EOQ formula. Okay, so what will you have? Okay, can you tell me what's the result for the EOQ here? Okay, so you just apply the formula. Okay, so here I will build the structure for your solution. Okay, so after you work out the EOQ, okay, and then you, okay, will equal to how many units, okay, or how many products. Yeah, and then next, yeah, we will calculate. So the number of order per year, the next one that you need to calculate, that is the number of order per year. Or the annual number of order per year. Okay, so that will be equal to, okay, so you take the demand, that is 2,400 units per year divided by the EOQ. Okay, and then you will get the answer. Okay, how many times, so how many number of orders. And then next, you will calculate the total order cost. Okay, so the total order cost in this case will be equal to the number of order times the cost per order. The cost per order. Okay, and then you will get the answer here, and it is measured in terms of the USD. Yeah. So how about the holding cost? So the holding cost will be equal to EOQ. Okay, you remember the average inventory. Okay, so for the average inventory, you take the mean, okay, and the max, okay, divided by 2. So in this case, we take EOQ divided by 2, okay, times the 20%, okay, times the $5. Sorry, what is the product cost? $700. Okay, my mistake. Okay, so there you have the holding costs, okay? And then now they ask you about even the product cost. Okay, so now the product cost is $700. So now I calculate the total product cost. You take $700 times, okay, 2,400 units. Yeah, and then you work out the total product cost here. And it is measured in terms of the USD. Okay, so for the holding cost here is also in terms of USD too. Okay, so finally, the total cost that the exercise is asking us will be equal to, okay, the total cost, total order cost plus the holding cost plus the total product cost. Okay, and that will give you the answer measured in terms of USD. Okay, so is that good? Yeah, and now for the next question, should Trudy accept Apple's proposed distribution plan or not? So in this case, whether Trudy should accept the proposal distribution plan, you need to work out the case. If, okay, if Trudy accept the distribution plan, what will happen? So if Trudy accept, okay, sorry, okay, let me change the format of the text a little bit. If Trudy accept Apple's proposed distribution plan, okay, which means that Trudy will order. Okay, so check this out. Okay, purchase and deliver at the end of each month. Okay, so which means that Trudy will order monthly. So which means that each month Trudy will order 12 times per year, right? 12 times per year. Or in other words, okay, the number of order will be 12. Number of order will be 12. Okay, and that will be you take and the number of products per order will be okay. So you take 2400 divided by 12, and that gives you 200 products or 200 units. Okay, and then after that you can calculate the total order cost. The total order cost. Okay, number of order will be 12. You times by okay, the order cost is $5. Okay, so and then you have $60. And then next we talk about the holding cost. The holding cost here. Oh, let me adjust the format again. So the holding cost here will be okay. You take the number of product per year, per order 200 units, you divide it by 2. That will be 100. Okay, 200 divided by 2. Okay, you times by 20%. Okay, and then you times $700. Okay, and then you have the total holding costs. Yeah, and finally you calculate the product cost. So the product cost in this case, okay, you can see that Apple in return will discount $15 for every unit if Trudy agree to its proposed plan. Okay, so now the product cost will be only 700. You take $15 off, okay, and then you times by 2400. Okay, so now you will calculate the total cost in this case. Okay, will be equal to the okay. So after you calculate the total cost here, okay, so now you will compare this total cost, okay? If Trudy accept Apple's proposal plan with the total cost that you just worked out in the part A, okay, and then you see, okay, which one is smaller, which one is bigger, and then you make the decision. Obviously, you will choose the plan that can give you the total cost small. Am I right? Okay, so that is how we can solve this exercise. Okay, everybody, are you clear about that? Okay, so if everybody is clear and if you still have any question, don't hesitate to let me know. Okay, so I think that's enough for today's lesson. Yeah, and I guess it is time to say goodbye. Enjoy the Tet holiday. Okay, enjoy your holiday and see you again next year. Bye bye. Have a great day. Enjoy your Tet, nah.